We did it. We did it, Joe. You're gonna be the next president of the United States.
Kamala Harris has made history becoming the first female, first black, and first South Asian vice president of the United States. Her political career is fairly new, with her first running for a seat in Senate back in 2016.
But she has a long history in law and plenty of activism to back her up. So who is this glass ceiling breaking woman, and what does she have to offer as a VP?
Hey everyone, what's up and welcome back to Life's Biggest Questions. I'm your host, Lindsay Ivan.
And I'm Keegan Hughes. Today we're asking a question that a lot of folks must be wondering since the news broke that Joe Biden is the 2020 president-elect. Who is Kamala Harris?
Now make sure you stick around to the end of this video for some bonus content and comment replies. With that being said, let's hop right in. Kamala Harris was born on October 20th, 1964 in Oakland, California, to two ambitious parents. They both influenced Kamala to become the woman she is today. Her father, Donald J. Harris, was born in Jamaica in 1938 and moved to the United States to receive his PhD in economics at Berkeley. He is now a professor at Stanford University. Her mother, on the other hand, Shyamala Gopalan, came to the States from India in 1958 to study nutrition and endocrinology at Berkeley. Eventually she went on to become a cancer researcher focusing on the progesterone gene stimulator for breast cancer research. So Kamala really had the bar set high for her, and she did not disappoint. As a kid, Kamala was bused to Thousand Oaks Elementary School as part of a desegregation program by Berkeley. She also would actively go to a Black Baptist church and a Hindu temple. She really wanted to embrace both sides of her culture. As Harris stated before in her autobiography, her mom wanted to make sure Kamala and her sister would grow up to become two confident, proud black women. Skip forward a couple of years, Harris actually moved to Montreal when her mom got a teaching job at McGill University. As a result, Harris went to middle school and high school in Montreal. Both her and her sister were very smart kids, and she even took an interest in being a lawyer early on in life. It was when she was attending high school that her friend told her that she was being taken advantage of by her own father. So Harris invited the friend to live with her, and this pushed her even more to become a prosecutor. She wanted to be a voice for people who were too afraid to speak up. She wanted to defend the vulnerable victims of these crimes. After high school, Harris went back to the States and attended Howard University in Washington, D.C. She graduated in 1986 with a degree in political science and economics.
After this, Harris headed to the University of California to attend law school through the Legal Education Opportunity Program at Hastings College. While there, she was active within the Black Law Students Association, eventually serving as their president. By 1990, she was admitted to the California bar and began working as a prosecutor. Harris focused on child sex abuse trials and domestic violence cases, reflecting the values she showed in high school. She wanted to use her power and influence to protect the vulnerable and to fight against those who would take advantage of them. Eventually, she made her way to the district attorney's office in San Francisco. It was here that she led the career criminals unit and then made her way to the Family and Children's Services Division, again focusing on those who needed help. By 2003, she became San Francisco's district attorney, the first female DA in San Francisco's history and the first ever black DA in California. With this new position, she pushed even harder for the protection of women and children, from developing a program meant to spot evidence of abuse in emergency rooms to a coalition to end the exploitation of kids. You might see a bit of a pattern here, right? Throughout her life, Harris has sought to protect the vulnerable and punish those that would exploit them.
Continuing on, let's talk about how she began to slowly transition more and more into politics. So in 1994, Harris began dating a man named Willie Brown, who was the Speaker of the California State Assembly at that time. While dating, he appointed her to the State Unemployment Insurance Appeals Board and then to the California Assistance Commission. As a result, she took a 6-month break from being a prosecutor to fulfill this new role. In 1998, she was recruited by Terrence Hallinan, San Francisco District Attorney, to be an Assistant District Attorney, transitioning on to later becoming the Chief of the Career Criminal Division, overseeing 5 other attorneys. During this time, Harris made some very important connections that actually helped her financially in her first campaign for office. So in 2003, she ran for District Attorney in San Francisco against Terrence Hallinan. Yeah, her former boss, the guy that hired her. She was then elected and became the district attorney of San Francisco. She held this position until 2011, when she became the Attorney General of California. In fact, she was the first black woman in California to be elected district attorney. A couple years later, in 2016, she ran to be a part of the US Senate and successfully won.
Politics were always in the cards for Kamala Harris, who had done her best to join academic societies and snag highly sought after internships throughout her educational career. Being tough on crime helped with political aspirations as well. Of course, this prosecutorial tendency also managed to land her in hot water among progressives, who see her high conviction rates and tough on truancy laws as harmful to the average individual. She was seen as a potential winner for the Democratic Party though, and was recruited to run for Senate. By 2016, she had won the election and took office in 2017. While serving on the Select Committee on Intelligence and the Judiciary Committee, she became well known for acting like a prosecutor in the House. After a few years of Senate-based action, she decided to toss her hat into the ring during the Democratic primaries. She jumped at the chance to run for president, although her agenda was a little questionable. At one point in her career, she opposed the death penalty, but in 2014 she appealed against a California judge's ruling that the death penalty was unconstitutional. She also at one point backed Bernie Sanders' Medicare for All plan, but then backpedaled and put her own, more moderate healthcare plan forward. For a while, she was seen as a leading contender for the nomination. She even got into it with Joe Biden during a debate over his race-related policy history. However, this didn't really seem to hurt her chances to run as vice president when Biden eventually got the nod. Now the two seem to be on much better terms. Airing that dirty laundry probably helped more than it hurt in the end.
Now here are some interesting facts that you may not have known about Vice President Harris. First off, her mom wanted to give both her daughters names from Hindu mythology, again as a way to connect them to their heritage.
Kamala is the Sanskrit name for lotus. Her name is also a reference to the Hindu goddess of wealth, good fortune, power, and beauty.
Devi, her middle name, is the Sanskrit word for goddess, so she's got a pretty divine name.
Another fact about Kamala is that she loves cooking. She believes that good food is a method of self-care. In a 2016 interview, she said, "In order to find balance, I feel very strongly about two things in particular in terms of routine: work out and eat well."
On her Instagram, she also posted a bunch of videos and photos of her cooking up a storm. And also, she participated in a cooking show on YouTube.
That's my cooking.
I can tell.
Cooking in a pot.
Woo.
Kamala also loves working out. In an interview, she stated that she loves SoulCycle. She compared it to like going to a club. SoulCycle is a part of her everyday routine.
She either does a half hour on the elliptical or the spin class. And on the weekend, she does Soul Survivor, which is like a really intense SoulCycle class. Kind of a random fact, but there you go.
And lastly, Kamala is an author. She has written 2 nonfiction books and 1 children's book. In 2019, she released the children's book titled Superheroes Are Everywhere. It teaches kids that you don't need magical powers to be a superhero. Everyday people like teachers, parents, or friends can all be heroes.
True. Not all heroes wear capes.
You shouldn't wear a cape if you listen to Edna Mode.
No cape. We also have her book Smart on Crime, which was published in 2009, which talks about her thoughts on crime and how prosecutors and lawmakers need to make changes for public safety. And her other book is the 2019 book The Truths We Hold, which focuses on her life and upbringing.
So, there you have it. I'm sure by now you know a lot more about the current American Vice President than you knew beforehand. We certainly do.
Let us know in the comments below which fact shocked you or surprised you the most. And also, let us know what video you want to see from us next.
Now we're gonna go over some comments from What If Donald Trump Fought Joe Biden? Who would win?
Who do you think would win?
That's a really good question. I think Trump has more experience in the ring.
I know, and plus he's just like bigger. He's
a
one
beefier,
punch and
beefier
just...
boy. Biden looks a little frail up there, doesn't he?
Right? Alright, so Leander Herman commented, "That's the fight for the oxygen tank, and who will get the pudding at the retirement home?"
If only they were in the retirement home.
Oh.
We could use some younger candidates, I think.
Yeah.
Jovan Dudley says height doesn't make a difference.
Well,
yeah, it does.
Yeah,
in a
it does.
fight.
Like, if the person is like 7 foot, then like literally they just put out their hand and like you're just swinging punches and you're not hitting.
Like, of course, I mean, like, you know, like a really strong, shorter person would probably beat the hell out of a weak, taller person. But if they were at similar levels, I think the taller person has an advantage with more reach.
Yeah, because the other person has to reach up and punch. The other guy just like do, you know?
Punches down, you know?
Yeah.
What politicians are great at doing. Just punching down.
Computer Noober commented, why not do a rap battle? Trump versus Biden. I'd love to see that actually. It would be terrible.
I think it would be like one of the cringiest things.
Oh, probably. Super cringy.
On planet Earth. And I really don't think, I think Trump would start, like he'd come in like with an idea of what he wanted to rap about and he would totally go off track.
Oh, probably.
And Biden would not remember any of his words. Just none of them. None of them.
What are we doing here again?
Is that music, that hip hop? Back in my day, and then he'd go and
Back in my day.
Autumn R. Ryan says, lol, I would love to see that happen. Trump would win. He wrestled on WWE once.
Did you know that?
I did know that.
I did not know that.
It's crazy, right?
I want to go see if there's probably video footage of it.
Oh,
honestly.
definitely.
I gotta
you can
see
definitely
it.
dredge that up. Does he use a chair? I can't remember. I would
don't
love
know.
to see it. I
I'm
feel like
burning
he just
with the steel chair.
it's a little dirty.
Haha. Abraham Lincoln commented, I
Abe.
know, it's Honest Abe, watching our videos. Can you believe it? No one would win. The only one who would win is Abraham Lincoln, because no president wrestles without Abraham Lincoln jumping in at the last second. Can you imagine just like back from the dead, just,
Right?
you guys are fighting now without me.
Just elbow drop from the top rope. That's exactly how I imagined it. Abe
Right?
with the elbow.
With the elbow. Honest
He cannot
Abe's
tell
elbow.
a lie and he cannot lose a match. That's it.
So there you go. Alright, and that's all the comments we're showing out for today's video. Make sure to comment something down below if you want a chance to be featured in our next comment shoutout. And as always, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to Life's Biggest Questions for more thought-provoking videos. I've been your host, Lindsay Ivan.
I'm your other host, Keegan Hughes.
Stay curious, YouTube.
Let's complain more to camera so they can put that in a video.
Oh, I have a cute little intro if you guys want to do it. It's the 8-second clip of when she's like, Joe, we did it. It's cute. I think you should put that in the beginning.
You should actually just show her walking down the hallway like this.
Oh no. Bam, we did it, Joe. Okay, Kamala Harris, her political career is fairly new with her first running for, her political career, no. Kamala. Eventually, she went on to become a cancer researcher.
Eventually, she made her way to the district.
Kamala is the Sanskrit. Kamala is the Sanskrit name. You want to say that line?
Another fact about Kamala is that Harris loved cooking. What?
She likes cooking.
Another fact about Kamala.
Sorry.
In a 2016
I got
interview.
something in my eye. I was just going. I was like, wait, Keegan, look. I was like.
It's good. That's your reaction to good food, right? You're just imagining it.
Oh.
Where should I start from?
In a 2016 interview.
Kamala also loves working out.
Sorry, do it again.
Lastly, Kamala
Sorry, do it
is
again.
Sorry?
Just to do it again. Oh my god, I got something in my eye still. I'm like trying to.
Honestly,
Okay.
just start weeping. Just get it all out. Just think of the saddest thing.
I
you
don't
can.
like them fighting.